Hello everyone. Today I will show you hello. Wait a second, I will send a link to so this box is from auction. I win some cameras for like 10 yen or 100 yen or even 1 yen, one auction, and one seller just got all of the stuff, and it was pretty convenient because of he had really low delivery price and you could bundle everything together, so it's much more, it makes much more sense to do it. So let's start opening it. You can see everything and hear everything. The stream is working correctly, or yes, master, it is. Okay. I'll check one more thing because I don't know what latency I did put on the stream. Okay, let's open the box. So I really don't remember how many of cameras should be there, but I paid around 2,800 yen. That's pretty heavy. I think this is Konica Minolta. We'll see. This will be Olympus EC. I think the Konica was 280. This is Canon, and this was like, I think 200 or 150 yen. All of them are one way or the other broken. So that's why most of them were really cheap. Okay, so we have more Olympus EC. Those are rangefinder cameras. They have pretty good light meter. They're very easy to use. Even for someone who is amateur, you can make pretty good picture with this camera. I will explain when we open all of them, but those Olympus, they were like 100, maybe 200 yen. Another Olympus. And this one is Konica. And this one is, if it's working, it's pretty expensive one. Some of those cameras, if they are fixed, they will be worth more than all of them. And this thing I only got because it was 1 yen. I already got the other stuff, and there was one price for shipping, so this is 1 yen. So let's start with the cheapest one. So this was half yen, and the other one was another half yen. So mostly I think that those will be good for some parts, not for. There is no demand for this type of camera. Like, they're too automatic. Like, mostly people today, they want to buy fully manual cameras, like the old ones. Okay, so this is Olympus EC. Working condition one would be like around 10 US dollars, maybe 20. Very good condition, maybe a little bit more. And let's see. Let's open it. Like, let's see everything, like unpack it, and then you can say what do you want me to explain, because I can tell you like a little bit about the cameras, how you should service them. This is Konica Auto S. Honestly, I have not much knowledge about Konica cameras. Okay, so this one, you can hear it. This one is working actually, and from what I remember, it's just sticky, which means that the shutter is just slow. And this is something that definitely can be fixed, and pretty easy, I might add. Let's open it. Yep. Okay. It doesn't look sticky. Okay, I'll have to go and check it more but it doesn't look sticky to me. When it's sticky, it's like when this is leaf shutter, when they open for the light, it will open slowly, or it will get stuck, or open slowly and close slowly, because maybe they're oily or they have another problem where the photos are saved. That's funny. Before digital photography, there was something like film. I have some over in the containers like this. This is a new one. Okay, so this one has missing front part, and it was very cheap, but okay. How to open it? Okay, like this. No, not like this. Okay, like this. So this one, it opens like a lock. You have to open like this way. Not so bad. Like, I thought there will be worse condition. Okay. So this one is the last one I got because it was by accident. Okay, so this one has lock shutter. So you cannot release it. Okay. And it don't close. It opens, but it should close automatically. But never done anything with Konica, so Minolta, so I don't know. This is another Olympus 35 EC. Those cameras, they won't we'll see if they will. This one is pretty bad condition because you see the metal, it starts to flake. So this, at least here, is a lot of corrosion, and inside it might be worse. Let's open it, I guess. Yep, like this. No, not like this. Maybe like this, but oh, here, okay, here. It's very dirty. So the biggest problem with old cameras is this thing. This is like malt. It's called malt. It's a light seal. So those seals are protecting the film here, because inside should be 100% no light, totally dark. And if this camera is around 50 years old, this material, like a foam, gets destroyed like with time. And this, as you can see, the dust from the phone, it gets everywhere. So many of those cameras, it's enough to clean them, oil them, put new seals, and they will work just fine. Some of them, if they get water, it's a different story, because inside is a lot of springs and small gears and sprockets and other stuff that they can just get damaged, and then it's not so easy to fix it. But let's see if it will make any picture. Like, okay, no, so it doesn't, the shutter doesn't work, do not work. You see the shutter, it should open, it doesn't. And this is the newer model of the last one. Well, the leather is peeling off, but that's actually not a problem. The leather is you can just change it. Like, they still sell this leather in different colors, so it can be modified. If someone wants to buy this one in brown or red, I can just change it to the color that someone wants, or the type of leather. It can be like crocodile or something. This is changeable. So many of those cameras, they don't even have original one. It's like they have like third or second at least like leather. Okay, so why? We'll see. Oh, I think someone just put this here because the same idea. The foam, it degrades, and then it's like making a lot of dust, and the dust goes into the shutter mechanism and it's locking it up. So someone, I think someone did it to prevent it, because inside there is nothing that can fall off. Like, there is a lot of plastic and then shutter mechanism, and the mechanism is not accessible from this side. So and this is the same one as the last one. This one is stuck. Oh, you see? This is the problem, right? All of this foam just makes like a dust. And it shouldn't be like this. Like, definitely it's like it's a bad thing. Oh, wait a second. What do you want? What? Okay. Come on. And then he will do it again. So this is how it looks like. So these are the same. These are the same. They're just newer model. The other thing that can happen, like why this one is not opening the shutter, it's maybe because it needs battery. Some of those cameras, like, they won't release without the battery. Even they are 50 years old, but they just won't release. They have like they just need the light meter to work in order to make a picture. It's in a way like a safety mechanism. Oh, and And the thing about those cameras, like all of those old ones, I don't know about the Canon and about this Konica, but all of those Olympus and this Minolta, we'll see Minolta, but we'll see the Minolta, but all of them, they are using old type of the battery. Like this is a NR52 battery, but it's 1.5 volts, right? But all of those old cameras, Olympus, Konica, like all of the equipment before 1980s, around that time, they were making them to work with mercury batteries, right? And mercury is super toxic, and there was a problem with recycling or ecology, because those batteries, they were this size. They didn't have much mercury, but it was a problem. So around 1980 something, they banned any mercury battery. The only country that you still can buy mercury battery is Russia. They didn't sign the agreement to ban it, and they did it because of most of Russian military equipment, like for measuring light or distance, they are super simple, like these cameras. So they don't have a system to regulate the voltage. And the mercury battery, what they have is constant voltage. So the battery is 1.35 volt, right? I'll use something maybe red. So the mercury battery, they are 1.35 volts. So they have this value from 100% to 10% of capacity of the battery. The value do not change. When the battery is like used up around 10%, less than 10%, it drops quickly, like to 0.8 and lower. And because of that, the user of these devices, they know that they have to change the battery. But 90% of the time, all of the equipment is working correctly. There is no problem with the light meter or anything, because it's constant voltage. And because of this constant voltage, the design of the light meters for these devices can be much simpler. So they don't need electronics. They use basically physics, like galvanic meters, and they just operate in the voltage for the mercury battery. So because today we can buy replacements for those batteries, but they are not mercury. So the biggest problem is that the new battery, they are 1.5 or 1.55 volt, which means that the light meters in all of this equipment will overexpose. So basically, if you will make a picture with a new battery, the camera will give you a value of light that is brighter, about 2 stops of light. So the picture will be underexposed, because the camera will think that it's brighter outside than it actually is. So all of your pictures will be dark or darker. So there is a one way to fix it, and it's called, like, there are 2 ways to fix it. The first is an idea that you can use adapter. So you will have a smaller battery, like let's say this size. This is SR44, and you put this battery into like a cup, like this size, and it goes inside. and inside this will be diode or some more complex electronics that they will change the voltage to 1. They will basically make it 1.35. And if you use silver oxide batteries like this one, SR44 or 43, they work similarly. The way that they work is very similar to mercury batteries, so they have the same properties. They will keep 1.55 almost all the way to the last like 15%, and they will drop. So they can be used for that. They are not very cheap, they are not super expensive, but we can use it like this. So one way is to have an adapter, but the other way, that it's much cheaper and it's much more convenient, I would say, is to retrofit the camera. So when we have the battery connector, we can put a germanium diode. Let's open this one. So we have to disassemble the camera, and this connection is the body is like 1.35, and 2.7 volts goes to the light meter, right? So we have to, when we put the new type battery, you have 3 volts. So when we open the camera, we can put a germanium diode into between the light meter and the battery, and we can lower the voltage exactly to 135. And this costs around less than 1 USD, like, or less than 100 yen, let's say 20 yen or 15 yen for the diode. But it's not as easy as an adapter. Like adapter, you just put it inside and it works. But the problem with adapters is that they cost around 30 USD dollars per one. So here you need 2. So it's 60 USD dollars for the camera. That's worth maybe 20 when it's like perfectly working. So that's why it's not super popular for people to start fun with camera like this. When they will put film inside this camera, they will put the battery that they will find, and they will make picture, and all of the pictures are wrong. They are just darker, and people don't know, like they cannot fix it. They are not going to spend 60 USD to fix it, right? So when I fix them, all of the cameras, I will retrofit them with the germanium diode. I have those diodes, so yep, here. So this is germanium diode. So something like this has to go between the light meter and the battery, and it will lower the voltage to the right level. Of course, it will be tested, like if the diode is faulty, then I'll have to use different one or something, right? I'm curious about this Minolta. Like, where is the battery? The first thing. Like, okay, we'll open it and what? So this is the focus, and this will be aperture, and this is the shutter speed. The mechanism is working. Like you should be able to hear it. So something is moving inside. About like for changing the shutter, something is moving. So that's a good sign. And the thing is that I started with Olympus, and I opened some of them, and I did some cleaning and stuff, and all of them are really similarly made. So for me, that's why for me, like the Minolta is just like something foreign, but I have to just figure it out. That's cool. I don't know if you can see it, but yeah, in here it's like it changed the aperture. Okay, I guess I will do some small tea break named coffee break, and or I will just finish the stream. I think I will finish for now. Like we'll get back to it. Like okay, I will make a break, and either I will finish or I will figure out what to do next. Okay, I'm back for a moment. If anyone is here, but this one camera has film inside. So someone didn't, let's say someone didn't finish it. So if I would open it right now, it would destroy the film. Uh, but I don't have a battery, but I have a power supply. Like right here, I have a power supply. I can connect 3 volts to this, and let's try to open it. Not open it, but let's try to start it. It might be fun, right? Should be. Let's start it. Mm. Yeah, I can start it when I find a second cable for the power supply. Where did I put it? Ah. Just, wait a second. Wait a second, I have to find the cable. Be right back. Okay, I didn't find it. I have only one. I have no idea where is the second one. So the way that I can do it is that I can use this one to grab inside. It won't be easy, but it can be done. Or I will use some probe. Basically I have to use one to touch on at the end and second one to touch with a positive to one of these, and it should work. But so either I have to find battery or cable. Okay, I guess I will finish for now. I will prepare some stuff and I will make a next video, and I will either fix something else, like I will finish the iPad, or I will just start doing those and other cameras. And I have some lenses to do. This lens I got like basically for free, and I think what's broken is inside is like a flex cable, and I think the flex cable just like from using it just broke. It's similar like my last video, like the cut cable from Touch ID from iPad, but this one is just from using it. But we'll see. But if it's the flex cable, it can be fixed. So it's not worth much, but always something, right? It's better to use it than throw it away and make more waste. Okay, so have a nice day, evening or morning, depending on where you are, and see you next time.